Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Unboxd. My name is Billy from The Brand Show and a bunch of nerds. Thank you very much for tuning in to this brand spanking new sponsored video from our friends at I Sell Toys for Fun. I'll get to that in a minute, though. First things first, I need you to do me a favor. Pause the video and head below if you haven't already and hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so anytime Pressed, The Brand Show, Unboxd, Nerd Fight, or the Unboxed cast goes live, you have notifications saying, hey, new content from your favorite creators here at A Bunch of Nerds. So anyway, as I said, this video is sponsored by our good friends Martine and Rosa at I Sell Toys for Fun, where you have two codes you can use. The first one will give you 10% off, and that's with Unboxd10 on your first purchase. And then every purchase thereafter, 5% with Unboxd5 over at I Sell Toys for Fun. Make sure to support an incredible family business and get your stuff before the big bad toy stores and entertainment earths of the world. Trust me, you won't regret it. And speaking of them, there was a lot of discussion about today's video and what we were going to do. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. It was that time of year where it's all announcements and so forth like that. And we, in the last video, showed you something from Mezco. We showed you that awesome deluxe Wolverine figure. And well, I wanted to go outside of my normal comfort zone today, and I wanted something really cool to show you guys. So there was something that released in April that I said, hey, we have to unbox, and well, this one's going to be a two-parter, so stay tuned for part two. But today we're going to be talking about Captain America, the Winter Soldier, probably the best, and you can fight me in the comments on this one, movie in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe Infinity Saga. It set up so much, and it introduced a truly pivotal character to the storyline of Captain America that has been with him since day one. We introduced Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. Okay, now for you comic purists, I understand what you're saying. Well, Bucky was there in the beginning, Billy. He fell off the train. He saved Captain America. I know. And you know what? Captain America, the First Avenger, did a fantastic job in actually capturing the original story of Bucky's demise, and I was very happy with that. Yes, it's not the same. And for those of you who are like me, who like to read comic books, you'll notice that. You'll notice that it's a little different than the original, and that's okay. But what's cool about Bucky Barnes is what happened to him and the story that Ed Brubaker put behind him. My God, probably one of the most important and impactful characters of the 2000s. And well, today we're going to talk more about his comic book presence. So I'm going to unbox this figure, and I'm going to throw it to my good friend, the curator of toys, John Brown, to tell you more about Bucky Barnes, also known as the Winter Soldier. Let's go.
Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier. Great backstory. Let's get into it. In the comics, Bucky starts off as Captain America's teenage sidekick during World War II, full of youthful enthusiasm and bravery. Unfortunately, he's presumed dead after a mission goes wrong. But plot twist, he's not dead. Instead, he's captured by the Soviets, brainwashed, and turned into the Winter Soldier, a lethal assassin with a bionic arm and a wiped memory. Now, in the MCU, Bucky is played by Sebastian Stan, and his story is kind of the same, except he's not a teenager. He's Steve Rogers' best friend and a soldier in World War II. He falls from a train as Steve reaches out for him, and everyone thinks he's gone. But Hydra steps in, erases his memory, and gives him a shiny new arm. Enter the Winter Soldier, a super-powered, brainwashed operative who's equal parts dangerous and conflicted. Bucky's journey to redemption is where things get really interesting. In Captain America, the Winter Soldier, he starts to remember his past, thanks to some well-placed punches from Steve Rogers. It's an emotional roller coaster, complete with explosions and intense fight scenes. Now, by Captain America Civil War, his past actions as the Winter Soldier catch up with him, causing major conflict among the heroes. Ultimately, Bucky's story is about resilience and redemption. He starts as a loyal friend and a brave soldier, becomes a brainwashed assassin, and then battles his way back to being a man seeking forgiveness. His journey is a testament to the power of friendship and the human spirit, showing us that no matter how far we fall, we can always find a way back, especially with a little help from our friends and maybe a really cool metal arm.
I don't know how I'm going to keep doing this. Between Mezco, Mafex, and SH Figure Arts, every video, the stakes just get higher and higher and higher and higher. It's amazing. We have another figure of the year contender on our hands. This is absolutely mind-numbing how good this is. Like, have you not picked up this figure yet? I just spent the last 15 minutes just messing around with it to get it in this pose. I am beyond impressed with the paint apps, the accessories, the attention to detail in Bucky Barnes, this figure. And we don't even have a gun that comes with him. I mean, that's a small meh to me. We should, but my God, he's got a hand that you can literally, actually 2 hands, you can put Cap's shield into. How do you get any better than that? Like, this is just something else. This is special, man. So right now, we're gonna flip the camera around and show you everything that makes this Bucky Barnes figure tick, because like Doom, this is damn near close to a perfect representation of the character. So let's flip that camera around. We'll see you on the other side. All right, my friends, this is the main event right here. This is Captain America, the Winter Soldier version of Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier. What a beautiful figure, a perfect sculpt, top to bottom, no detail missed. And I think that's one of the most impressive things about this figure right off the bat is you look at the arm and you can just see the intricacies in the arm and how the metal divides, and you have that little bit of shadow in the metal. And it reflects well too, which is really cool. I think in past Bucky Barnes figures we've only seen a few, please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but all 3 of them were comic book version, and then there was, no, excuse me, there was 2 movie versions and a comic book version. And all 3 didn't have the level of detail this did. And I mean, it's a $20 figure, so you're not gonna expect major details in a figure like that, but at least Hasbro could have gotten their paint apps right. The last one was based on the Captain America and the Winter Soldier show, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, pardon me. And the actual costume was brown, and I feel like there was a lack of deco and things like that. There were things that were missing from this figure that Hasbro could have done easily in the paint process, but Mafex, when you're spending the kind of money that Mafex requires for a figure, you know, it's on point. You're getting that extra level of detail. You're getting the better paint, as you can see where the metal goes through the grooves of the painted star on Bucky's replaced left arm. The absolute spot-on head sculpt. What a great head sculpt that is of Sebastian Stan. The double joints, the extra accessories that come in the package that you can actually put onto the figure. As you can see here, his knives go right into the pouches actually on the belt. On top of that, you also have these cool slug bullets that are in there. They don't remove. I mean, he doesn't come with a gun. That's okay. But still, this figure is amazing, and we're going to get deeper into it here in a moment with the actual accessories, but whew. A lot of words to say about why this could be figure of the year right here. All right, we talked to you about Buckaroo Barnes himself. Let's put him aside. Guess what? You got a flight stand. You don't need to get a whole spiel on that. Let's talk about his accessories, though, because this figure comes with some really cool stuff. And let's start with the alternate head sculpts. First of all, this is the one that was on him when we actually took him out of the package. This is a perfect spot-on likeness. Look at the paint under the eyes. Look at the actual shading for the beard. Incredible. Like, I have never seen a figure this well done. I've never seen a head sculpt this good. Maybe I'm crazy, but this might be the best one I've ever seen. And then look at this. We have the Winter Soldier with sunglasses and mask on. Absolutely fantastic. Hiding his face. You can't remove the glasses, but that's okay. It's one less accessory to lose. He is perfectly done. Great detail in the mask. Glasses are shiny, kind of like under light, they kind of look like a reddish tint. And if I remember correctly, in the movie, they had a slight reddish brown tint. So again, spot on, but this is the main event right here. Cap's shield, and it's dirty, first of all. So like, it looks like it's been through a battle, which obviously we want it to. And you have the ability to put different arm holsters for the shield on the back, as you can see here. Just pop them in like that. Okay, it's not gonna go in as easy, but you get my drift. Come on. This one's gonna hunt me, isn't it? Nope. Actually, I went in that time. But as you can see, you can put the holsters on the back, the straps, so that way he can either hold it, or there can be a different pull strap here to put his hand through. That's for the other side. I don't like when they do this. I think they should have done multiple shields for this, because this just causes chaos when you try to get these in. They're so intricate, and if you push too hard, you're gonna break it. But there's a reason that they did this, and we're gonna get to that right now. And that's this hand. Also, this hand. As you can see here, we have hands where Bucky can hold the shield. Let's put these aside. We don't need to talk about 17 different hands, and we don't need to go any further into why these are cool. Look at these hands. So you're trying to pose your Bucky to look like he caught the shield just like he did in the movie. Ready? Easily done. Take that hand off, pop this hand on. And he has that little plastic piece under there to make it look like he caught it, which is absolutely phenomenal. I didn't see that when I opened the package, and I always wondered when I looked at the actual pre-production art for these, the prototype images, and I saw it at Toy Fair. Oh, how's he going to be able to do that? Because they didn't let us look at the bottom. They kind of kept it a secret, and that's a brilliant technique right there. Just a quick, small piece of plastic glued to a hand. Hasbro, take notes, and just think about it. You can pose your figure. I lost one of his knives, as you can see. They go right in the pouches. We'll get back to those. But you pose him, bang, shield's caught. And you can get that over shield photo of Bucky. Just kind of like this. You know, obviously this isn't very well posed right now. Don't anybody tell Marvelous Action Shots I did it this bad. But this is going to look incredible in your figure photography. And yeah, you had to go and buy a $100 figure of Bucky Barnes to get this, but at the same time, find me a Hasbro figure that has this much thought and this much love into it, and I'll give you 10 bucks. All right, my friends, there he is, officially unboxed. This is the Winter Soldier of Captain America's Winter Soldier movie, and man, Mafex did not miss on this one. I think there's a lot of upside to this figure that really makes it great, especially the shield grasping hands, the additional accessories, and the massive attention to detail. But like always, there's one small thing missing, and I think that thing missing is his M16 with the grenade launcher, or as we Call of Duty players like to used to call it, Noob Tube. Everything else about this figure is spot on. You did not waste your money if you bought this figure. I think there could have been a better system for grasping the shield when you have the actual holders on the shield, and maybe this piece could have been a little tighter, but these are small, minuscule little arguments. Otherwise, we're in figure of the year category with this figure. So I hope you did your due diligence and you picked it up for your collection, and I hope you picked it up from our friends at I Sell Toys for Fun. But if you didn't, well, courage, my friends, because you're going to probably have to go to eBay. All right, before we go, once again, my name is Billy from The Brand Show and a bunch of nerds. Thank you to our sponsors, I Sell Toys for Fun, for hooking us up for this video. And don't forget to head on over to their website, iselltoysforfun.com, and make sure to take a look at their entire catalog. The link is below in the description, and don't forget, there's 2 codes there that you can use. If you haven't used them already, make sure to use them and save yourself a little money while supporting a small business. But in the meantime, keep calm, collect on, and I'll see you in the next one. For now, be good.